kickoff to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dennis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Gamecocks will have some work to do after that short return. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
But no doubt about it, there were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Garrison. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
On second down, just keeps firing. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Dennis. And he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around, they're beating their blocks, and the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Still looking, on the move. Fires to the big fella. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's DeMarco. Let's it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown tie. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dennis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that skill.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The pitch to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
This time, he's got it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's DeMarco. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21, South Carolina, 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Motion from the offense. Snap from the gun on third down. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Caught over the middle. It's Riley. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They'll go back to the ground. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Alabama, 28, South Carolina.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Here's the handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice gain to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll test the right side. The Gamecocks will move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Takes the easy completion.
Well, this defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right perimeter.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Coming after it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going up top on first down. Trying to get to it. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
And that's why defenses practice pursuit drills, right? All week long. Pursue, pursue, pursue. The play's never dead. You don't know what ball carriers are going to do. Sometimes they pirouette, they spin out, they try to reverse field, thinking they could be Superman and make a bunch of different guys miss. Not that time, though. Look at the defense and the speed they have. They never give up on the play, and they create a huge loss for this offense.
And they swarm him under.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down, not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense obviously.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Looking to throw, it's DeMarco. They're trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
A great job by the linebacker, understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. It's a draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
29
They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough for the first down. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this says 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Flips it out to the back. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 20-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a huge play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, BAMA! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
35, South Carolina.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes a handoff. It's Garrison. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national ranking. This playoff race is shaping up.
South Carolina, 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He makes the connection, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. Using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the penalty. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, hit the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes down right With the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Offense gets set for second down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a win.